All right, welcome back, guys. Ready for another adventure here on Canadian Flight Sim. Um, Changing it up from last time, going back to a jet, the Cessna Citation CJ4, one of my favorite jets to use in this sim, modded with the working title mod. Very nice, very good. And then yeah, we'll be doing a nice high and then going into major airlines here, major airports. So the plan that we have for today, again using the Sky Park app. I'm just gonna bring it up onto the screen here. There we go. So we'll be doing from Indianapolis to Baltimore, moving firefighting equipment from Indianapolis International to the Baltimore Washington International. Baltimore has ILS capabilities, which is great. We can do an ILS approach and landing. And yeah, get some XP, some money on the app there. So that's the plan. And then if I just pull up a little Nav Map here, I've already kind of gone through the hassle of putting together the flight plan, taking off from Indianapolis, going up using the Mears 6 departure via runway 32. That's what we have planned, but you never know what ATC will give us when it's actually time to go. And then all the way across to Baltimore, where we're going to use the Anthem 3 arrival. And then into the ILS runway 10. Once again, that's what we have planned. That's what we'll file. But you never know what ATC gives us. And we will be using Pilot to ATC instead of the default ATC from the sim here. It works a little bit better. It is not free, but it works way better than the actual sim. And yeah, other than that, we'll open Pilot to ATC once we get situated into the airplane. That's one of the requirements for the app to work properly. You can't start it beforehand. So we'll go into our setup here. We'll use the default Citation CJ4. Gotta work out the fuel here. That little Nav Map also works out your fuel calculations as well. So it's saying we need about 47% of the total fuel. We're gonna bump it up to about, let's go 70% full on the airplane. That should be good enough for us. And then from here, we'll just have to get situated into our airport. We are going into, oops, sorry, open Spotify there by mistake. We'll be going into KIND, Indianapolis. We'll zoom to detail here. Find a nice ramp. We are aiming to use runway 32. I wonder if we spawn near runway 32, if that's going to be enough for us to get the runway that we want. Let's just try it, see what happens. If you have to taxi a lot, then so be it. We'll pull this up as our departure. Oh, that's a fuel box. Let's not start at the fuel box. This one's pretty close. Let's set that as departure. Cargo ramp. Let's do that. There was a new update today, so hopefully it doesn't affect our any of our planes or anything. Sometimes the new updates screw things up a little bit, so Let's have to wait and see how that turns out to be. And then, in terms of weather conditions, we'll keep the live traffic open, but we're going to go in a little bit earlier, just so we can get a little more daylight in when we come into Washington there. So I think we're all set and ready to go. Let's just double check the fuel and everything, all good to go. So let's spawn into the airport there. A quick look-see. Oh, and then we have a new follow here, FS Pilot 214. Thank you for the follow and welcome. Feel free to join in the chat about anything, and yeah. Let's just give it a minute here to load up. Might take a while too. Like I said, I just updated to the new update that came out today as well, so we'll just have to wait and see if that affects the plane. It might affect the load times as well. I find that it's always the problem when we start a new or start up after the updates. So here we are. Let's go ready to fly. Let's have a look around. Here we are, Indianapolis. A little bit of lag there in the cargo area. Looks good. Looks like a nice day. Amazing. All right. We'll go into the plane here real quick. What I'll do is now we'll start up pilot to ATC. There it is, just starting to load. And then in the meantime, while that's loading, let's load up our equipment here. So our firefighting equipment. There's a nice little sound as things get loaded. Going to our flight plan. And we'll start it up on the app here. We're not using the app too much for navigation. Just so it's aware that we're starting. So this is file pilot to ATC over here. What we'll do real quick is file the plan. So I've already saved the plan right here. So it'll automatically populate. And I just have to make some changes. Just taking its time. There we go. So what we'll do here is put in our SID. So we're planning to do runway 32, mirror 6, with just mirrors. We'll load that in. Again, they may not give that to us when we contact them, but worth a try anyways. I'm just going to go back into my other flight plan here, just so we can see if we're following it correctly. So mirrors and then to big, so not a very complicated plan. Our arrival is into runway 10 with the Anthem 3 and the what transition are we using here? If I have a look, we're not using any transition, so we'll just go Anthem 3. I think the very first fix of our is we start at Bubby. Maybe we'll select Bubby here. Yeah. And we'll load that in. Just have to go down to make sure everything's working properly. So Bubby, Steph, Eagle, Anthem. rocked, stars, flag, star, strap. Good. It's all in there. And sometimes what happens when you add it in here is that it doubles up for some reason. So we just have to go in and re-enter all of our stuff again. Not re-enter, sorry, just delete the duplicates because this is the direct. We just want the star. So a lot of duplicates to delete here. So Steph can be deleted. Eagle deleted. The top of the descent will delete because it'll just recalculate it later. The first anthem. Rocked. Flag. Stars. Ugh. Where are we? Straps. Brav. And then there we go. Now we start our official Bubby here. So that's all in there. And then our arrival or our approach into runway 10 ILS. And we'll get vectors to column, which is the first fix of the arrival. So we'll load that in as well. Let's drop down here, column, jeans, and then that's the way we go. Yeah, that's correct. So then we'll just validate this, and I'll recalculate the top of descent right here. You can see that there as well. Perfect. So now that that's in there, we'll just, let me minimize this guy. We'll move this guy out of the way. Actually, I'll leave it there because we have to do a couple of things with it still. But in order to get the ATC and get all the approval before we start up the plane, we just gotta turn on our battery. And avionics can go dispatch mode. And then after that, we can pull up pilot to ATC again. Connect to the sim.
Indianapolis
And then you can see it starts right away with the ATIS. We don't need ATIS. So I'm going to switch to the clearance delivery. Real quick. We'll do ATIS later. Quickly get approval before we start up the plane here and make sure that everything is good. So I'm going to try to do the pilot ATC is good because it also gives you the opportunity to do voice commands to talk to ATC. It's kind of been buggy for me. So this push to talk is where you can talk, or you can kind of select what you want to say and just press say it, and the automatic feed will do that for you as well. But we'll try push to talk here to see what happens, if it'll work this time for us or not. So our call sign is Citation 619er. Citation 619er ready to copy. Let's try one more time, otherwise we'll just get the computer to do it. Citation 619er ready to copy. No. That's something I'll have to try to fix offline here and see if I can get it going for the next stream. So we wanted to get clearance. So that's what I was saying, ready to copy. I can just select it, put it in the box here, and then just press save.
Citation 619er ready to copy.
Citation 619er, we don't have a flight plan on file for you.
So I forgot to file it, so you also have to press file after you connect to the sim. And now the flight plan's been filed, so we'll say it again.
Citation 619er ready to copy.
Citation 619er is cleared to Kilo Bravo Whiskey India. Fly the MEARZ6 departure, with the MIRTS transition, then direct to Bravo India Golf X-ray then as filed. Expect departure runway 23 right. Climb to 5,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Departure on 124.65. Squawk 3146.
So
Citation
I'll just kind of
619
talk
is clear
over
for
that,
Kilo
but
Bravo Whiskey India.
they didn't give us
Fly the Mir
runway
6
32
departure
like we
with
wanted.
the Mir
They gave us
transition,
runway
then direct to Bravo
23
India
right.
Golf X-ray
I think that's what she
then
said.
as filed. Climb to 5,000 feet via the departure.
Yeah, 23 right. So
Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure.
that's just the way it is. But now we know.
124.65. Squawk 3146.
We'll start by programming our
Citation
flight plan on here
619
now.
read back correct. Altimeter 300
So we'll
liner contact
start by
ground on
initializing the
121.8
position. We'll
when ready to taxi.
do that. That's our flight plan.
Altimeter 300
We
liner
are, let me
ground
pull
on
up my,
121.8 Citation 619er.
so we're going from Kilo, India, November, Delta, that's our origin, and we're going to Baltimore, Kilo, Bravo, Whiskey, India. And there it is. So then we'll kind of go into our departure here. We're going runway 23 right, Mir 6. And then did they give us a transition? Let's just double check. Departure with the Mir's transition. So no transition, so let's execute that. So if you go back to our flight plan, the Mir's 6 to Mir's is there. If you go next, we'll put in our first fix afterwards. So we will be taking the, we're gonna go direct to Big XX. Big, and then XX. Oops, wrong one. There we go, direct to Big XX. We'll execute that. After that, we're going to go on one of the jetways, Juliet 24. And we're going to take that to Hickey, Hotel, India, Charlie, Kilo, India. Put that in there. Execute that. And then we'll jump on the Juliet 39 airway, ride that down to Rosewood, which is ROD. Execute that. Then we're going on the Juliet 152. And we're taking that all the way to Johnstown, which is Juliet Sierra Tango K6. Execute that. Juliet 211. We're taking that all the way to Buster. Uniform Sierra Tango Romeo. Execute that. And then after that, we'll have to put in our arrivals. We're doing the ILS 10. It says stars, none. That's weird. Let's see if... Huh, that's interesting. Well, that sucks. Because then we'll have to put in these points manually. Unfortunately. It's really weird because usually it's updated with the Navigraph data. So that being not there is quite odd. Huh. We can do ILS 10. What happens if we do that? Then it goes direct to column, so we don't want direct to column. I guess we'll just have to throw that in there manually then. Okay, manually it is. Alright. Bear with me here, guys. It's gonna be a while. BBI. Yep, track to BBI. Steph. PNH. Oh, nope, alternated it. Cancel that. Alright, let's just delete that one then. Oh, we have to do it all over again. Darn it. BU, BBI. Execute. S H E P H. Execute that. Eagle. LL. Enter that. A N T H. Anthem. Execute that. R O K T T. Enter that. Flag with a double, oh nope, double A. Flag with two A's. Enter that. Where are we here? Alright, a few more to go. Stars. Stars with a Z. Put that in. Then straps. Stirrups. STRPS, yep. Enter that. Brive with a Y. Oh man. Almost there, almost there. Hoist. They're both, what are we doing here? This one is yeah, the first one. Execute that. I believe that's it. Yes, because after that we go direct to column. Okay. Hopefully that works out for us. Because the next step here is to go to the legs page. We're going to get rid of that discontinuity vector. Enable. Alright then, that's fine. We'll leave that the way it is. Because all we have to do is look at up our arrivals here to see if there's any airway restrictions, because we can dial them into this area there, and it looks like there aren't any. So we will just go straight to delete that one, and then Bubby is our first one in the arrivals page. We need to be there. Let's see here, below flight level 180, but above 15,000 feet. So the way we enter that is 15,000 above. Oops. Delete that actually. To do the dash first, because otherwise we'll enter the speed limit. Actually, that's not a bad idea. There is a speed limit there. Speed limit's 280. We have to slow down to 280 by the time we get to Bubby. And then we have to be 15,000 or above. But below flight level 180. Below. Or that. I wonder if, because by Steph, yeah, we need to be below 15. So let's go dash 15,000 or below by Steph. Eagle, we need to be, let's be exactly 13,000. Anthem has no restrictions. Rocked has speed of 250 and exactly 11,000 feet by the time we get there. Flag, no speed restriction, but we need to be at 7,000 feet. Stars, 4,000 feet. Then we get the straps, 210 for speed and still 4,000 feet. Brev has no restrictions. And then all the way up into Column, which luckily is in here already. 2,500 by Column, and then 1,500 at Jeans, which is perfect. And then the rest is just our missed approach. So, perfect. Took a bit of work, but we've gone and finished all of our stuff there. So let's continue with starting up the plane before we do anything extra here. We'll tune in the ILS. That should all be active once we... Actually, let's tune in the ILS now, might as well, because I think I'm on the ILS page. So the localizer is 109.7. We'll put that into Nav 1. And our squawk frequency that ATC gave us was squawk 3146. 3146. So we'll throw that in there as well. Perfect. Go to the legs page. Just put out the performance page because that's what we're going to be doing next. So, if I zoom back onto this page here, and then we'll go into our checklist. Checklist. before starting engines. Battery switch is on. The emergency is armed. Standby flight switch should be on. There it is. Avionics on dispatch. Parking brakes is set. Doors is closed. Passenger briefing don't need. Seatbelts. Exterior lights will do later. Climate control is off. Throttles are on idle. Let's hit the engine start button. Ooh, why can't I move? That's weird. Because usually... There we go. Now it's moving. Oh, you just can't move it in this locked position. But I can do it in here. That's weird. Okay. Right engine start. So that should get the engine going here. There it is. N1 rising. Sorry, N2 is rising. We'll give that a minute to get itself going, and then we'll start engine number 2. N1 slowly rising. We'll get engine number 2 up and running as well here. Oops. Starter, and then there we go. And the N1 is rising there as well, so we'll go back into this view. That might be one of the issues with the new update, maybe, because I can do the scroll when I'm in this view. So that's unfortunate, because that's quite handy. We'll check all of that off. After that, we can turn our avionics now, actually. There it goes. Climate control can come on. Passenger safety lights. Right here.
May I have your attention, please? At this time, please comply with the illuminated
Trims. Good to go. Flight controls are good. Speed brakes are at 30%. Gotta get them down to 0. So that's done. Flaps are good. Before hydro pressures, anti-icing we don't need. Takeoff data, that's what we need to put in here next. So we'll go into our performance here. Cruising, we're going to file for 40,000 feet here. File level 4. Right? 40,000. Flight level 400. Our takeoff setup here. 1 way, 2, 3 right. This is the time to tune into ATIS and have a look at what they have to say about the winds and stuff. So let's see here.
Indianapolis International Information India, 2254 Zulu winds are 285 at 10 knots. Visibility 10 miles. 6,000 few clouds. 1,000 few clouds. 5,000 scattered. Temperature 17, dew point -1. Current altimeter is 3009er. Arriving and departing runway 23 left, 23 right.
That's all we need.
Indianapolis.
Let's tune out of that. And we'll send that information. That way it shows up on our little module there. So that's done. ILS is tuned in. The legs page is set to go. I don't know much more we can do here. Avionics is good. Oh yes, the autopilot. That's the autopilot view. So they said in the ATC that we're cleared to the Mears transition, climb to 5,000 feet, and expect higher departures 2 minutes after. So what we'll do is we'll climb to 5,000 feet, as they said. Actually, we'll go straight to 40. 41. I think is what they're going to give us. Actually, no, this plane climbs too fast. Just in case we overshoot. Tune this to 5,000 feet. We'll tune it up afterwards. 5,000 feet. Flight director can come on. We'll do that with a flight level change at 240 knots is the ideal climb speed for this plane, so we'll dial that in. Just like that. What else? We'll do LNAV. Fly the Mir 6 departure, then direct to okay. We'll do the runway heading and then do the nav later. How about that? That way it's a little bit, just in case they give us anything different. The other things, just for preference wise, is to change this to a rose. And this bearing config, I like to have view R1. So that's all good. Just some personal preference stuff. And let's go back to normal view here. Just trying to think if you got everything. Altimeters will sync now by pressing the B key. Okay. Yeah, that's all good. And then for taxiing, we just need our lights here. So the beacon, navs, strobes, logos, and taxi light will turn on. Brakes are good. Instruments, all that's great. So the next we'll need is just the before takeoff checklist, which we don't need right now. So the other good thing about this thing too is also we can have charts available. So we'll just open up our airport chart here. And it'll show us where we are on our way to runway 23 right, which is right over there. So we'll see what they give us for taxiing. So let's contact ATC for ready to taxi. So
Citation 619er request taxi to runway 23 right. Citation 619er taxi to runway 23 right via taxiways November, Juliet, Papa, Bravo 12, hold short runway 23 right. Taxi to runway 23 right via taxiways November, Juliet, Papa, Bravo 12, hold short runway 23 right. Citation 619er.
So they want us to go in November, Juliet, Papa, Bravo 1. And that's where we'll go. So, pretty easy enough. So that's the path we'll take. So, let's switch to this view here. So we can look outside. A little bit of cloud cover there. Just checking, do we need pushback? I don't think we'll need pushback really. We gotta turn off to our left I think we should be okay without needing pushback. So let's get my rudder pedals ready to go here. Turn off the parking brakes, give us a little bit of power here. And off we go. Pretend that dude's not there. Let's keep an eye on our ground speed. We'll go this way into taxiway November. Those vehicles aren't really stopping for us, eh? So we'll just have to do our own thing. So taxiway November is about this way. No one coming that way, no one coming from that way. Slow down a bit here. Try to maintain center line a bit. Oops. Looks pretty good outside. Looks good out of the windows. We're approaching Juliet right here. Brake a bit. And then turn. And then next up is our right turn to Papa. Slow down a bit. Turn over to Papa here. And then from here it's pretty much a straight shot to the runway. A little bumpy here on the taxiways. Weird. We'll just look both ways here. No one coming. Cross that taxiway. Continue on to Papa. Try to maintain center line. A little windy, I guess. And bumpy. That's a lot of the problems here with this simulator still is you can get into like bumps. We are going a bit fast as well too, so maybe it's just the speed bumps. So we're slow down a bit. Alright, we're approaching Bravo 1, which is where we're supposed to hold.
Citation 619er contact tower on 120.9er. Have a nice flight. Tower on 120.9er.
So there we go.
Citation 619er.
It knows where we're supposed to be for holding short, so it's transferred over to Papa. So I'm just gonna put the plane to idle, put on the parking brakes. Go into this view here. We can get rid of the chart and do a quick checklist. So ice protection, we'll put on the pitot lights, pitot heat. Flaps to takeoff, so 1 notch in, 15 degrees. Speed brakes are 0%. Trims are set. Crew is aware. The TCAS. It doesn't really work on this plane, but for authenticity's sake, we can throw that in there as well. So the TCAS is right over here. Put it on. And what's next? TCAS, radar, so I like to turn this one on to weather, give it weather data. G button I don't really use, battery amps are good, system's good, Peter light already turned on. Exterior light wise, this can switch to landing lights. And then that's the takeoff. I'm just going to leave it right there for what we need after we take off. So let's switch back to normal view here so we can look outside. And finally, let's contact ATC and tell them that we want to take off. Ready for departure.
Tower Citation 619 ready for departure, runway 23 right. Citation 619 winds are 285 at 10 knots, cleared for takeoff. Runway 23 right, squawk 3146, maintain runway heading until above 1,800 feet, then turn right heading 037 to intercept course. Cleared for takeoff.
I think we're squawking the
Runway
wrong.
23
That's why he
right,
said that.
squawking 3146, maintain runway heading
Oh,
until
no, we're
above
good.
1,800 feet, then right to 037, Citation 619.
So what he said here was maintain runway heading until above 1,000 feet, then right to 037. So I'm going to put that in right now. 037. It's a long dial here. Ooh, too much. 03. Come on. We'll go slow. 037. There we are. So we'll maintain that. And then let's take off. So what I'll do here is disconnect our brakes here. Give it a little bit of power. Let's look at the runway real quick. There is a plane coming in. Hold on a second. Yeah, we'll wait for this guy to land. Because he looks like he's right there. Put on the parking brakes. Let's go to outside view here. It's going to get a bit loud, but here comes this looks like a default plane, but there he is. It's not great. Doesn't look like anyone else is coming. Those guys are so far away, so let's try to sneak in our takeoff real quick here. And hopefully that big guy is off the runway pretty soon here. We'll just get onto the runway and have a quick peek to see if that fellow has made his way off the runway. Doesn't quite look like it, eh? Quickly put on our parking brakes here and have a quick look outside just to make sure he is gone and out of our way. Yeah, looks like he is. Let's go for it. If not, we can just phase right through him. Alright, anyways, what we will do here is take off the parking brakes. Now look at us moving, and then full throttle we go. Try to maintain center line. A little bumpy. And we're approaching V1. Let's rotate. There we are. A little bit sideways, but that's okay. Positive gear. Positive rate, sorry, gear up. And then flaps up as well. We are above 1,000 feet. Well, let's turn on our autopilot. And turn towards the heading that ATC gave us. And
Citation 619er, climb and maintain 15,000 feet, contact Indianapolis, departure on 124.65. Have a good afternoon.
alright, 15,000.
And maintain 15,000 feet, departure on 124.65. Citation 619er.
Okay, we'll go to 15,000. On the autopilot there.
Citation 619er, climbing to 15,000 feet.
Citation 619er, good afternoon. Radar contact.
So we'll do our checklist.
Citation 619er, you have traffic at 3 o'clock 5 miles at 1,400 feet. Citation 619er, you have traffic at 3 o'clock 7 miles at 1,900 feet.
Bit of traffic. That's okay. What else can we do here while we climb? We'll go straight to mirrors. Execute that. Hopefully they give us some sort of vectors, or like resume mode navigation, sometimes they say. Oh, we're actually on our way to mirrors anyway, so what I'll do is put on nav mode. That's kind of get us going in the right direction. Kind of, sorta. We're above 10,000 feet, so usually at this point I like to turn off the landing lights and the logo lights. We'll turn off the seatbelt light as well, so people can start moving, if we had people. Let's take a quick look outside. Wow, look at that. That looks great. Let's switch to outside view.
Climb and maintain flight level 250.
Climb and maintain flight level 250.
Switch this to 250 real quick. 250. There it is. And all right, let's go back to the outside view here. Take a quick look. Yeah. We're lucky we don't have too much cloud coverage here, so we can kind of see the ground as we fly over Indianapolis, which is pretty big itself, so that's real nice. Let's go back to inside view. We can look out the windows. That looks great. Oops. Let's do this view here. Yeah, that looks awesome. That is perfect. .250 was the last instruction.
Citation 619er, you have traffic at 12 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 240.
240, not bad. We're above 18,000, so we do have to sync our altimeter there by pressing the B key. And then the only thing left is to wait until we get to our cruising altitude, which is 41,000 feet. So we're turning to our right there, so you can see out that window the ground, the city. Looks great. We're gonna ease back on the throttle a little bit here, so that changes to climb. And then if we put the checklist out of the way, we can kind of see our next viewpoints here. So an hour and 41 minutes until we get to Baltimore. Yeah, and now we're starting to get above some of the clouds here. Starting to get in the way a little bit. That's fine. All good.
Citation 619er, climb and maintain flight level 350.
350.
And maintain flight
Oops.
level 350. Citation
Change this view.
619er.
Change our autopilot here to 350. There we are. Zoom back out. We'll just synchronize the heading bug there. And so if we go to little nav map here, I'll bring it up for you guys. Zoom out of here for a second. We're heading right this way here to Bix, Hickey, and then up that way. So, and that's where we just took off from. So that's our trajectory. What did she say? 350, right? Flight level 350. Yep, slowly but surely we'll get there. Let's have a look outside again. Oh yeah. That looks great. Fantastic. And there's another Citation Cessna CJ4 over there as well at 10,000 feet.
619er, contact Indianapolis Center on 119er.55. Enjoy your afternoon.
Center on 119er.55. Take care. Citation 619er.
Switching frequencies.
Center Citation 619er, climbing to flight level 350. Citation 619er, good afternoon. Radar contact.
Our cruise is actually going to be 41,000. I think in here, in the performance page, we put 40. So we'll change that to flight level 410 instead. So that kind of changes the calculations. Shouldn't be a problem though, so. Come back out to this view. And I'm going to do here, change the zooming so we can kind of see the flight plan on the plane as well. I think you have to switch the view here. Yeah. I wonder if this can... No. That's alright. Not a problem. But as we get closer, I just want to make sure, since, you know, when we were putting the data in at the start, the arrival wasn't there, which is quite unusual. But what can you do, right? I just hope that it's all going to be there. With the restrictions as well for us, so that won't be too big of a problem. Above 30,000 feet, so we've switched into the Mach instead of the knots for speed, which is quite normal. Let's get higher and higher. We got quite a bit more to go. Yeah, you can see as you get higher, things just get a little less detailed, but that's normal. So, zoom this out a little bit more. There we go. Or zoom it in, I should say.
Citation 619er, contact Indianapolis Center on 124.77. Enjoy. Center on 124.77. Citation 619er.
Changing frequencies again.
Center Citation 619er climbing to flight level 350.
350.
Citation 619er, good afternoon. Radar contact.
Should give us shortly the clearance to go even higher.
Citation
There it is.
619er, climb and maintain flight level 410.
Climb and maintain flight level
410.
Citation 619er.
That is our final altitude, because that's what we'll be cruising at, 41,000 feet. So about another 6,000 feet to go here. And then we'll be at cruise. We'll go through our cruising checklist, and after that it's just chilling and waiting for us to get down to our arrival and top of descent, which we'll kind of see as we get closer down to the closer to Baltimore, which is where we're landing. So just holding steady for now to watch our speed too when we're up there, because it gets a bit, air gets thinner up there, right? So it can be hard to maintain speed when you get so high. So a left turn here to get back on course. That other citation is right below us, right over there at 10,000 feet.
Citation 619er, you have traffic at 9 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 370.
Right there. Traffic. That's what she was talking about. Get back in here. Bit more to go. Yeah, not too bad. Bit of cloud. Nothing too crazy. If you go back to our chart, it's not gonna show us that anymore. We're out of the arrivals too, so if we let's go into the view here. Well, this can be switched out to the oh, it doesn't have the arrival, eh? Okay, we'll just pre-tune it to the approach. Right there. So you can zoom out a little bit. There we go. So that's where we're coming in to arrive at the airport. So I'll have that preloaded in there now in case we need it later. We don't need it now. And almost at 40,000. This little banana here will show that we'll be right there when it happens. When we get to our cruising altitude of 41,000 feet. Let's have another look outside as we get super high. Not too crazy. I should say not too shabby. Let's quick look outside. There's the altitude warning saying that we are reaching, we're about 1,000 feet away. And after that, our speed will start climbing because we won't be in a climb anymore. So we just have to keep a track on our speed, make sure we don't get too fast.
Citation 619er, you have traffic at 1 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 355.
1 o'clock. Let's see if we can see it. Or 1 o'clock, flight level 355 is a bit below us. I don't really see it, so that's okay. Not a problem. Alright, we're at our cruising altitude now. Just gonna do a quick cruising checklist. Our throttles are where we need it. Pressurization's good. Ice systems are good. Oops. Yeah. So the next checks we'll need to do is when we start our descent, which is quite a whiles away. So we will leave that be. And yeah, kind of reached our cruising altitude here, so mostly just hanging out. We're gonna have to make another right turn. We're at Hickey and then going towards our next fix, which is what's the name? Creep, 61 miles away. So you can see our speed starting to climb there. And just see how far it goes. We're currently at Mach 687. This guy can go up to 7, Mach 6 or Mach 77. So we can climb a bit. Speed up a bit more. I'm just gonna take a quick intermission here to go to the washroom. So I'll be right back. Alright, back and ready to go again. So let's go to the inside view. See, our speed is creeping up still, so we just gotta make that happen. See how far I'll go. Yeah. So a lot of smooth sailing from here. So our kind of our workload lightens up a little bit. And more time to chat and just chill, and then eventually we'll get back to the arrivals area, and then our workload will kind of increase again. So that's usually the way things go here. So yeah, so at this speed we'll be there in about an hour and 6 minutes. So not too bad. Just gonna synchronize our heading. There we go. Always like to synchronize the heading just because just in case there's any problems with the navigation, you can switch to heading mode and away you go. So it's a good habit to have, I guess. Have a look around the plane. Thing looks good. Getting close to our switch to this view here. Mach 754, so we are getting close to the maximum here. Hopefully it kind of levels out pretty soon. That's the one thing you have to keep an eye on at this time. That's mostly it. Yeah, so a few problems I see now with the update, with the new update. With these standard, when you have these views, you can't really do the scroll anymore, which was nice. And then some of our arrivals weren't there on the navigation. So that's a problem. Hopefully they fix that. What else were we missing? Actually, no, that's all I've seen so far. So hopefully that's the extent of it and we don't have any more problems with the new update. I'm interested to check that out soon, the new update.
Citation 619er, contact Indianapolis Center on 120.65. Have a good afternoon.
Center on 120.65, citation 619.
Just transferred us to a new frequency. Where are you flying today? So we're going to be flying to Baltimore. We took off from Indianapolis and we're going to Baltimore.
619er, good afternoon. Radar contact.
On a jet today. I'm just trying to keep an eye on our speed. What is the flight time? So this plane is really high tech, so it kind of gives us this little thing here, shows us where we are and how far we go. So this one, Kilo Bravo Whiskey India, that's our final waypoint, the airport in Baltimore. It's 447 nautical miles away, and we're at 1 hour to go until we get there. Oh, and our speed is really starting to pick up here, so I'm just going to come back on the throttle. Let's go to 94% N1. Let's see where that takes us.
Citation 619er, contact Indianapolis.
You got dragged into making an Indian music video.
Have a good afternoon.
Like, how did that happen?
120.47, citation 619er. Center citation 619er at flight level 410. Citation 619er, good afternoon.
Just gonna zoom out here.
Radar contact.
Have a quick look out the windows. We're surfing on the clouds here. Looks really nice. Super high up, 41,000 feet. Walking through the park and got approached. So what did you have to do? All right. Our speed's at 753 and kind of declining, but I'm okay with that. It's always hard to get it exactly where you need it. What was the Indian video about that you were a part of? So sketchy. Yeah, that does sound sketchy. Like two lovers dancing. Were you one of them? Or were you just like a extra or something? TikTok. Oh, you got roped into doing a TikTok video. Oh, she wanted you to film. Oh, you were like the camera person. I thought you were in the video. That's interesting. You're good at taking pictures, though.
619er, you have traffic at 11 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 390.
We're trying to see if we can see that traffic at 11 o'clock. Flight level 3, something's here down there. No, we should be. She wanted a video, not a photo. Oh yeah, the F-22 is way faster than this. That's a fighter jet, so way, way faster. So did she end up using your video, or did you have to, or like did they just not use yours? They didn't like it. Alright, our speed's starting to come down a bit. So let's fine tune the throttle a little bit more here. So this plane does not have an auto throttle, so it is limited on its capabilities for autopilot. So you do have to, while like, the autopilot can do a lot of things, you have to keep an eye on your speed yourself.
You have traffic at 12 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 390.
She didn't like it, asked you to do it again, so you said no. Fair enough. Yeah, like you said, it's just a stranger, right? So that is fair. Totally fair. What are my views on the Cirrus SF50? Well, to be honest, I have not used that plane. Is that a GA plane, like a small single propeller? What kind of plane is that? At least I think it's a single GA plane, single propeller. Let's look outside. The clouds are quite scattered today, so that's nice. Single engine jet. Oh, cool. Yeah, maybe you should look into it. Are you a big fan of the SF50? Is that one of your go-tos? Oh, you were making a joke. Sorry, I didn't get the joke. My bad. Vision jet, don't know about that one either. Let's synchronize the heading again here, just to keep on track. Pull up a little nav map here just so we can see where we are. So there's our little plane. We still got to go down this way, and this orange line is where we start our departure. Up here, that TOD, top of descent, is where we'll begin our descent. And the orange planes here is the other planes that are around, so that's cool too. And it shows you that. Oh, okay, I get it. SF-50 is the Visions jet, gotcha. Where am I flying to? We are going to Baltimore. Baltimore, Washington International. I'll zoom in here a little bit. There it is. Baltimore, Washington International.
Citation 619er, you have traffic at
We are
1
planning
miles
to
at
land
level
at
380.
runway 10. Hopefully ATC assigns us that airway when we get there, but you never know. No other flights today. This one will take us an hour-ish left, so, and I've already an hour-ish into the stream, so that's going to be long enough. Oh, you gotta go? That's alright there, Darren. Thank you for dropping by. Thanks for participating in the chat as well. But no, this is it for flying today. A good, nice 2-hour-ish stream is good enough. Let's have a look at our speed. Still at 576. Good. We just want to make sure we don't get close to... See this red line that's coming up? That's approaching the plane's limits as well. So we want to be as fast as we can without going over the speed limit for the plane. Still nice and nice outside here. And... have another look outside. Yeah, that looks great. Usually when I fly this high, there's lots of cloud cover, so you can only see clouds, but we're lucky that we got a bit more scattered clouds today, so you can see the ground a bit more. Switch back to the inside view. You had a biotest, one wrong, but everyone else got that wrong, so he takes it off. Was that the only one you got wrong on your test? That way, yeah, if he does take it off the test, then if that was the only one, then you get 100, which is pretty awesome. Oh yeah, 14 out of 15, so you're just gonna try to get to... Hopefully it makes it out of 14, so then you get 14 out of 14, so that's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, if you press him, he might buckle and take it off the test. That's really good.
Citation 619er, you have traffic at 1 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 400.
There it is, that warning. That's the plane. What is everyone having for dinner tonight? Good question. For me, I have no idea. I'm gonna kind of look into that after the after the stream. Actually, we were kind of thinking of ordering in Parpy Chot tonight, so maybe that. Just have to wait and see. What about you guys? No KFC pizza. No way. The KFC pizza, I don't think it was everyone's favorite.
Citation 619er, you have traffic at 3 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 400.
Indian food as always. Yeah. Indian food is good stuff though. That pizza was not your favorite? I could tell. But you know, you guys wanted to try it. Don't like the corn. The corn was a good part of it. What about the gravy? Did you guys like the gravy? Yeah, you like the gravy. Shrimp and corn. Oh, the shrimp and corn should be pretty nice. I want to try that too. You didn't taste the gravy, eh? Huh. You guys might like fried shrimp, I think. But regular shrimp might be a little too weird for you guys. Who knows? Shrimp seems like a wild one. What do you mean? You a shrimp.
Citation 619er, contact Indianapolis Center on 124.45. Good day. Center on 124.45. Citation 619er.
Seems like a weird meat.
Center citation 619er.
It's a little odd at first, but I don't know.
Citation 619er. Good afternoon.
You get used to it.
Radar contact.
It's pretty good when it's fried. Yeah, tempura. Tempura shrimp. Pretty good. Switch out of this view here. We're maintaining Mach 76. Pretty good. Think I'm gonna make a mango smoothie. Is that it? You're just gonna have a mango smoothie for dinner? Tempura is, I think it's just another word for fried. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Mel, but I think it's not sushi. There's no rice or anything, and it's cooked shrimp, not raw fish. So it's different from sushi. It's just deep fried shrimp. Not like Popeyes. Very different from Popeyes. Only a smoothie for dinner. Keeping it light, eh? That's good. That's American tempura. Interior version. Oh, inferior version. Is the one at the barbecue chicken that we went to, is that, would you classify that as tempura shrimp as well? That one was pretty good. That's not a bad idea because the KBBQ, yeah, try that too. But even the barbecue, the Korean barbecue is the Korean fried chicken one is a good place to try it too. And then there's the tempura shrimp that comes with it, so you can try everything. And you know these guys will eat the chicken. Yeah, you know what I was thinking actually with the Champions League. I was talking to Rajat about it too, but with the Champions League finals coming up soonish, after these in a few more rounds here, it's not a bad idea to get some food and watch the Champions League final. Yeah. Hopefully one of our teams makes it. We saw today that Bayern got kicked out. So PSG is going in, and then Chelsea's going forward too as well, right? You won't get lost watching. Soccer is really easy to keep track of compared to things like American football and stuff like that.
Citation 619er expect the ANT3
Oh, here we go.
by transition for the ILS approach to runway 10 at Baltimore Washington International. After Buster cleared direct Dubai contact Cleveland Center on 120.4. Have a good afternoon. Expect the Anthem 3 arrival with the Dubai transition for the ILS approach to runway
Right, so they
10.
just gave us the Anthem 3 arrival into the ILS approach into runway 10. Air traffic control just gave us the clearance.
Center Citation 619er at flight
So,
110.
Let's just kind of do that a little bit here.
Citation 619er, good
Team
afternoon.
PSG now.
Radar
Oh
contact.
man, I don't know if I could cheer for PSG. Not a big fan of Neymar, you know? I'll decide after Liverpool is like officially out. I'm just gonna pull up my charts here. So, all right. We already have the arrival into our nav data here, so we don't have to change anything. So that was the good part. The only thing we have left to do is put in our minimums. So I'm just gonna scroll down here. Barometric minimums. Select that. The minimums for this ILS approach is 343. We'll dial that in to 350. Just like that. So that's in. Zoom out here for a second. And just gotta change that. You like Mbappe too? Yeah, I know. I do like Mbappe. He's a really good player, and I like his story. So that would be nice for him for sure. I do agree with that. Okay, and the other thing that we need to do here is put in our takeoff data. Same. As in, like, you agree with the Mbappe story? Approach runway 10. So I'm gonna contact air traffic control here and ask them for our information on the weather over in Baltimore, so we can put that into our airplane here. So weather for Baltimore.
Say weather at Kilo Bravo Whiskey India for Citation 619er.
Citation 619er, weather at Kilo Bravo Whiskey India is broken. Visibility is 10 miles. Winds are light and variable cloud coverage is 5000 scattered. Current altimeter is 3005.
005 for the altimeter.
16.8.
Temperature 16. And the winds were calm, so we don't have to put anything into the winds. So these are our reference speeds for landing. So we'll send that to the computer. So it gets pushed to our little screen over there. So our landing information is in. Change views here. There we go.
Citation 619er, descend to cross Dubai at 16,000 feet, then descend via the Anthem 3 arrival with the Dubai transition to 2,500 feet, altimeter 3005 at Baltimore, Washington International.
Will cross Dubai at
'Kay.
16,000 feet, then
They
descend
just said
by
to
the
cross
Anthem 3
Dubai
arrival with
at
Dubai transition to 2,500 feet, altimeter 3005.
16,000 feet.
Citation 619er.
So we'll go to 16,000 feet. Here. Well, actually, they wanted to send the Anthem arrival to 2,500. So I'm going to dial this guy down straight to 2,500. Just like that. And then if you go into our computer here for Dubai, we have 15,000 or above. So I'll just adjust this to 280 and 16,000 feet. Just like that. That's what we want to cross that at. Zoom out. switch in VNav, and then we can descend via VNav mode when the time comes, which isn't there yet. Our top of descent is not there yet. This game seems too complicated. Well, it is a simulator, you know, so it's supposed to mimic real life piloting, which is complicated in real life. So it's all about learning how airplanes work in real life. Lots of years of practice to get to this level for flying and stuff. So, and I'm still not great at it. Very bad compared to some of the other people out there. Rat dissection, how'd that go? Those are pretty cool. Did it smell? I always like these.
Citation 619er contact Cleveland Center
I
on
like dissections
128.45
in
enjoy.
bio.
Center on 128.45 Citation 619er. Center Citation 619er at flight level 410.
Do you play Farm Sim? I didn't know you played Farm Sim. Farming Sim.
619er, good afternoon. Radar contact. Altimeter 3004.
If you play, that's pretty cool.
Altimeter
I was thinking of playing.
3004 Citation 619er.
Or are you just trolling me? You don't play Farm Sim? Yeah, you were trolling me, eh? Apparently, well, I don't know, maybe Farm Sim is pretty complicated too. Yeah, I got you, were joking. It seems cool. It's not free, right? Would you play it? Is it available for PS4? I think you have a PS4 or Xbox 360, right? You like car driving games. Yeah, if you like car driving games, there's also like Truck Simulator too, like where you can just haul equipment around, just like I do with the airplanes, but you do it with trucks. It's for PS4. Yeah, maybe give it a shot if it's on sale or something. Covered in formaldehyde. Yeah, they for the bio dissections they put them in formaldehyde so it doesn't smell and it's preserved really well. But no, that's really cool. I miss dissections. That was a long time ago. Oh yes, a pregnant one too. Yeah, we had that too. One of the rats was, so you can see the embryos and or fetuses or whatever development stage they're at. But yeah, it was really cool. You got to cut into the uterus and stuff too. All right, our top of descent is coming into view here, right there. So when we come into there, that's where the calculation is made that we'll descend and we'll reach all of our checkpoints as we descend down the airway restrictions around the airport that we have to follow. Yeah, the brain's a really cool thing to check out too. You took a selfie. Are you allowed to do that? I guess back when I was doing it, you didn't have cell phones, so no one worried about selfies. They weren't a thing yet. That's good. Your teacher is cool with that. Very, very good. Oh, I told you to take pics. Nice. I guess it doesn't matter. It's more of an issue when you have to, at least in healthcare where I work, where we work with actual humans. They want to protect privacy and things like that. Quick look outside. We're actually flying over the Pittsburgh area right now. Oops. So this is kind of like Pittsburgh underneath us, or part of Pittsburgh at least. Finish out the UK tours? Not really, but I'm just gonna keep that on to mostly YouTube. And almost done though. I think we'll just one more video or two and then call it quits. There's a lot of UK content on there, and there was a new update, like I mentioned earlier, where they added more things like Paris and they added Paris, Netherlands, Luxembourg, Belgium, all of those areas into the sim as well. What went wrong with your smoothie? What happened? What kind of chat are you talking about that you want me to make? It's gross. What do you mean? Like, does it taste terrible? What'd you put in there? What are the ingredients? Mango orange. That's it? What about like water, milk, anything like that? Yeah, ice would be a good idea. To actually make it a smoothie, I think you need ice. Alright, the Todd, T-O-D, top of descent, is right here. Which means we're about, when it starts flashing, we'll be about a minute, less than a minute away, and then start descending down. WhatsApp chat. We can do a WhatsApp chat, but you gotta make sure that the other two have it downloaded as well, and they're actually able to use it. Amito really likes his smoothie bowls. He talks about them a lot. So he really likes those. Alright, we've started our descent here. I'm just going to come back on the throttle, because otherwise we're going to overspeed pretty quickly here. We already are starting to. Put in some speed brakes to slow us down. Go down to about 60% N1 for the descent. What about your brother? Is he able to use use WhatsApp? We'll open up our checklist here again as we start to descend. So pressurization is good. Ice protection. We'll actually put on the ice protection now because we're going to go through some clouds. Altimeter's good for now. The altimeter will leave until we're starting to overspeed again here. We'll go to 50% N1. How about that? See if that's enough to bring our speed down. Yeah, the alternative exterior lights will come in later. Switch back out of the view. Starting to turn. You don't need a phone number. So then Amitoj can make one then. Oh, you're going to make a smoothie bowl tomorrow. Yeah, give it a shot and show it to Amitoj so he can take a look because he loves his smoothie bowls. Synchronize her heading. That's a good speed. Yeah, after this stream here, I can get back onto my phone and I'll make the group for you guys and we can do things on there. Chat, share pictures, etc. 22 minutes, according to this. 22 minutes from landing. Just so you guys are aware. Almost done. You haven't tried one yet. Maybe next time I see you, we can attempt at making one at home. I have a blender and everything, a Ninja blender that can do smoothies really well. So we can definitely look into that. Yeah, they do look really good. I think I've had one before, I don't remember. Alright, dropping to 33,000 feet. Coming into the clouds here a little bit. As we make our way towards our end point. Let me pull up the map here again for you guys. So that's where we are. If I zoom out, that's where we're landing. This is our pattern in to the airport. We pattern coming in this way, around, and then this is where we'll start our approach into the runway. Speed's looking pretty good.
Citation 619er contact Cleveland Center on 121.2. Have a good
The other thing is too, when we go into
Center on 121.2 citation 619er.
Bye-bye here, which is our waypoint, we need to be at 16,000 feet there, but we also need to be slower than 280 knots.
Descending to 2,500 feet. Citation 619er, good afternoon. Radar contact. Altimeter 3006. Altimeter 3006, citation 619er.
Alright, you got WhatsApp, eh? Why don't you send me your account information or whatever, contact, so I can add you send it to me on Instagram. Don't send it here, but put it on Instagram. Private message. Let's have a quick look on the outside view. As we drop below 30,000 feet. Cool. Thanks, dude. Alright, 20-ish minutes to go. That time is going to be incorrect a little bit because we're going to be slowing down, speeding up in between that time. But approximately, let's give it 20 minutes to touchdown. Some guy named God of War is playing. I like that name. Gotta sit up a little bit as we come in for the approach and arrival. The things get a bit serious, you know. Gotta concentrate a little more. Turn into the right. Alright, we're about 3 minutes away from Bye-bye fix, and then we're at 21,000 feet. We just gotta make sure we hit 16,000 when we get there. Oh, maybe check with Armand, because he said that you don't need a number. See if he can figure it out. Welcome back. What were you doing? Fixing your smoothie? The smoothie bowl thing is hard. Yeah, it is not easy. Also, you came back just in time. We're about 15-ish minutes away from landing. How do you get that consistency for the smoothie bowl if you need a very particular consistency? Alright, we're approaching 18,000 feet, so we're at that altimeter checklist. And then we can sync the altimeter, although for some reason my altimeter button's not working today. So I can, if not, I can end it manually as well. No, I don't think it's gonna work for me, eh? Well, that's just alright. I can just have a quick look at what I set. The altimeter was 3005 to land, so we'll just change it to that. Switch to this view here.
Citation 619er contact Washington Center on 120.65. Enjoy your afternoon. Center on 120.65. Citation 619er.
There we go. So that is set.
Center Citation 619er descending to 2,500 feet. Citation 619er, good afternoon. Radar contact. Altimeter 3003. Altimeter 3003. Citation 619er. Citation 619er, you have traffic at 11 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 200.
Oh yeah, yeah. That looks good for the smoothie there. Blending it for a certain amount of time, adding liquids like water or milk. Personally, I prefer milk, but I know you guys also like water in yours. I do it with oat milk. So the exterior lights checklist we'll do when we get below 10,000 feet. Alright, you make the smoothie bowl tomorrow and let us know. Speed is good. Our next speed restriction will be our rocked, which we need to be at 11,000 feet and a speed of 250 knots or below. We're at 248, so we're kind of hitting that point here. You're going to go make noodles. Is that going to be your dinner now, noodles? Yeah, ramen would have been really good. It's a good idea. So then, yeah, ramen never fails. Homemade noodles, like you actually rolled the noodles out yourself? Is that what you mean by homemade noodles? Okay, we're approaching Eagle here. We need to be at 13,000 feet. We're pretty much there. That's all good. Ooh, wontons. Are you going to make those tonight? That looks good. As we're coming in, we're below the first set of clouds and the ground is starting to come in to view. Let's have a look outside. There we are, getting closer and closer to the ground. We're below our speed restriction as well, so that's really good. Just waiting to go dip below 10,000 feet. gonna turn up the speed a little bit here because we're stopping our descent until we get to Anthem. We don't want to lose too much speed. Oh, Bibimbap again? I love Bibimbap, haven't had it in a long time. Love me a bibimbap. Is that a Korean dish? Yes, it is. It's very good. Very, very good. Yeah, no nut products, because that's what the allergies are here. I know there's no milk products, but is there any nuts? Oh, you watch Kim's Convenience. Do you like that show? That's a very good show, I heard, and it's all Canadian. It's on my list to watch, but I have a lot of things to watch on my list, unfortunately. Yeah. Well, that's good. You're on season 3. How many seasons are there?
Citation 619er contact Washington Center on 132.55. Have a good afternoon. Center on 132.55.
4. And is season 4 the last one? Last season?
Center citation
5 is the last one.
3,000 feet.
I see.
Citation
So it's not too long.
Afternoon. Radar contact. Altimeter 3006.
Altimeter 3006. Citation 619er.
3006.
619er, you have traffic at 1 o'clock 10 miles at 16,000 feet.
To 13 episodes per season. Yeah, that's not too bad at all. Alright, the descent has started again. We need to be 11,000 feet.
619er contact Potomac approach on 119er.0. Good day.
Approach on 119er.0. Citation 619er.
Mr. Kim, is that probably the main character?
Citation
I'm assuming.
619er descending to 2,500 feet. Citation 619er. Good afternoon.
Gonna come back on the throttle here. We
Radar
need to be
contact. Continue descent by
150 knots coming in.
For the ILS approach to runway 10 at Baltimore, Washington International. Continue descent via the Anthem 3 arrival. For the ILS approach to runway 10. Citation 619er.
Kimchi, like the food, is Calgarian? Put on my speed brakes here actually because I need to slow down.
You have traffic at 10 o'clock 10 miles at 10,000 feet.
Oh, Kimchi's a guy on the show. Oh, yeah, I think I heard there's a guy on the show that's from Calgary. Gotta reduce our speed even more here. Trying to meet the restrictions. 10,000 feet. Landing lights come on. Logo lights come on. Seatbelt light comes on. Be right back. Alright, I'll see you in a bit, buddy.
Please fasten your seatbelt.
Citation 619er, you have traffic at 9 o'clock 10 miles at 10,000 feet.
Oh, really? The Shaanxi is, she is from Kim's Convenience. That's really cool. Alright, so that part of the checklist is complete. Zoom in a little bit here. Landing data's in, cruise stuff is in, minimum's in, fuel's good, lighting's good, ice protection's good. So the next part would be the flaps, which we'll bring in a bit later. You're back. That was really quick. Alright, we're below 10,000 feet, approaching 8,000 feet. As we make our way down, 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 getting ready to land. Our next speed restriction is at 210 at strips fix, so we'll our speed is slowly coming down anyway, so we'll see if we can get down to 210 by then. A little bit of lagging usually happens when you come into a major airport. A lot of things to render and load in that area. We're getting so close here, guys. We are less than 10 minutes out by the looks of it. Heading to stars. Speed's at 235, but it doesn't look like it's gonna come down much further. So let's try to get our speed down here a little bit. So I'm gonna cut back on the throttle. Bermuda Triangle. Yeah, you can fly over the Bermuda Triangle in this game. It's there. I've never done it. Don't know if it's has the same real life, you know, how people say planes get lost in there, but so I don't know about that part, but it's here. It's definitely in the game. And you're starting to see some of the towns and city, the houses coming in into view here as we get closer. Do I know why it happens? I'm pretty sure what they said was that the area is prone to really bad weather conditions. And it's the weather conditions that causes the problems more than anything else. Really stormy weather in that area. That's what causes planes to get lost.
Citation 619er, you have traffic at 11.
So it's more
o'clock, 10
weather
miles
related
at 1,000 feet.
than some supernatural relation. Try to get us down below 200 knots because that's our first step for flaps. There it is. We'll go first flaps. And we'll have to give it a little bit more throttle here as we put in the flaps. That's going to slow us down quite a bit. We'll go into our checklist here real quick. Flaps are in. Passenger briefings not required. Seats are good. Seatbelt safety lights are on. Pressurization is good. And then the next step will be landing gear, which we'll do a bit later. Almost there for the landing gear part. So, trying to get us into landing configuration here slowly. As you can see, let's have a look outside real quick. They're much closer to the ground. Coming in for a landing here. Soon. Coming in for a landing soon. So this point right here, column, is our first approach fix. So once we make our way to hoist and work our way to column, we should be getting into full landing configuration eventually. Just gotta double check our speed brakes. They're at 0% because we were using them throughout the flight. Speed is stable under 193 knots. It's very good. Hopefully the winds cooperate with us. We can have a somewhat smooth landing. From hoist, we should get either vectors or some sort of indication going into Collins. From air traffic control, you can see the localizer is actually even starting to get picked up now, so that's good. Localizer is what's going to guide us in to the runway. There it is.
Vectors to the ILS approach for runway 10 at Baltimore, Washington International. Heading 169er vectors to the ILS approach for runway 10, citation 619er.
We need to go to 169.
Citation 619er cleared for ILS approach to runway 10, fly heading 136 to intercept final. Cleared for ILS approach to runway 10, fly heading 136, citation 619er.
So I'm going to turn the heading bug to 136. Looks like that's the heading we're going anyway, so I don't have to do heading mode, which is great. Our autopilot figured it out by itself. Is there a landing pad? No, we're going to be landing on a runway. Landing pads are for helicopters. So we're in an airplane, right? So helicopters don't need landing pads. They need a runway, which is like a landing strip. Oh yeah, this is legit. This is Baltimore International Airport. So this should be well established with a tower and everything. We should be able to see it as we come into our... Oh, what's our autopilot doing here? Haha, noob. That's okay. So our speed is creeping up a little bit, so we'll come back on the throttle. Got a little bit of lag. We're cleared for the approach. So what we'll do here is switch our nav to the ILS. So then our computer picks up the information that's being transmitted from the runway.
Citation 619er altimeter 3006 at Baltimore, Washington International Contact Tower on 119.4. Enjoy your afternoon. Altimeter 3006.
Outside view looks like this. We're not in range of the tarmac just yet. Oh, actually, you can kind of see her right there from the windshield here.
Tower Citation 619er inbound for ILS approach runway 10.
Citation 619er, good afternoon.
Down goes the
Radar
runway.
contact.
Sorry, the
Continue
landing gear.
ILS to runway 10, call when established on final.
Continue ILS to runway 10 will call when established on final. Citation
And then
619er.
all we gotta do now is get close. So far away. No, we'll get there pretty quick here. Just have to watch our speed. Trying to get into the approach area there.
Citation 619er, you have traffic at 12 o'clock 10 miles. at
Turn on our
1000
approach
feet.
mode on the autopilot. So then it's going to try to pick up this line here. This diamond, as we're coming into view, is going to give us our indication whether we're too high or too low. Right now we're a bit lower than where we should be, but the diamond's moving down. So this hole is a precision approach. It'll guide us exactly where we need to be for this. So we have been established. ATC asked us to tell them when we are established. So I'm going to go do that right now.
Citation 619er established on final for ILS runway 10.
Citation 619er, winds are light and variable, cleared to land runway 10.
There we go. We are clear to land.
Cleared to land runway 10. Citation 619er.
So now we just got to watch our speed here. Things get a little more intense.
Citation 619er, you have traffic at 12 o'clock 10 miles at 1,400 feet.
No, there's no rating on how well you fly. This is just whatever you want to do kind of thing. Okay, speed's looking good. A little bit of wind as we come in, so that's going to make things a bit difficult, but here we are. So here we are. We're getting closer to the city. You can start seeing the roads, the buildings. As we get closer, there's the runway right there. You can see our flaps are down. Landing gear is out. I'm going to come back on the throttle a bit because we are going a bit fast for this landing. And we have the
Citation
wind.
619er, you have traffic at 12 o'clock 8 miles at 1,000 feet.
We do have some winds behind us as well. All right, coming in. Speed looks good, 125. The diamond is in the center there. We're lined up vertically and horizontally. Those things that you're seeing there are other airplanes as well. All right, last little bit here. Less than 500 feet.
Citation 619er, traffic on runway. Execute the published missed approach for ILS to runway 10, contact approach on 119.0 to request another approach.
Executing missed approach for ILS to runway 10 approach on 119.
Did you guys hear that? We have to pull up.
619er.
There's another plane on the airplane on the thing that won't leave.
Approach citation 619er climbing to 2,500 feet.
So we're just gonna climb now. Unfortunately, somebody was on the runway.
Citation 619er, good afternoon. Radar contact. Turn left heading 295 vectors to the ILS approach for runway 10 at Baltimore, Washington International. Heading 295 vectors to the ILS approach for runway 10, citation 619er. Citation 619er, you have traffic at 12 o'clock 2 miles at 1,000 feet.
So now we gotta turn around and try again because somebody else was
Citation
there.
619er, you have traffic at 10 o'clock 10 miles at 9,800 feet.
Can you go to Seoul? Yeah, definitely. We can try that.
Citation 619er, slow to 250 knots or less.
Going a little too slow, I mean too fast. We'll slow ourselves down here a little bit. So now we just turn around and yeah, Seoul would be pretty cool.
Citation 619er, expedite speed reduction to 250 knots. Wilco citation 619er. Citation 619er, you have traffic at 10 o'clock 10 miles at 4,000 feet.
Just gotta figure out 295.
Citation 619er, turn left heading 295. Heading 295, citation 619er.
We'll head to 295. And then see, now air traffic control is going to guide us in. No more navigation type of stuff. Because we had to do a missed approach. We had to do a missed approach because somebody was on the runway and didn't get off while we were coming in. So now we've got to do our own little thing here and try to get back and try again.
Altitude.
Citation 619er, turn right heading 308. Heading 308, citation 619er.
So yeah, so they're telling us to turn right to heading of 308, so we'll head that way. Try to reduce our speed a bit more here so we can come in for the landing at the right speed. And hopefully this time nobody is there. Well, if I attempted the landing, I think the game itself has like a... it shows crashes if you crash into the ground, but other planes it does not, because you can turn off, because of the multiplayer stuff that goes on to here, they turn off plane-to-plane crashing. because some people don't use the in-game air traffic control like I'm using. I'm using an external control, so sometimes the game has no idea that the plane is actually there. So plane-to-plane crashing isn't always there. So now it's just more of a sit and wait and see how ATC directs us in.
Citation 619er, turn left heading 295. Heading 295, citation 619er.
295.
Citation 619er, you have traffic at 9 o'clock 9 miles at 8,300 feet. Citation 619er, turn left heading 196. Heading 196, citation 619er.
196. So how far do you have to go if there's traffic? Basically you have to go almost back to our initial point here where we started our descent and then come in that way. So right now I'm cruising.
Citation 619er cleared for ILS to runway 10, fly heading 136 to intercept final descent and maintain 2,500 feet. Cleared for ILS approach to runway 10, fly heading 136, descend and maintain 2,500 feet.
So we have to go to 136 to intercept the course.
619er, altimeter 3006 at Baltimore, Washington International, contact tower on 119.4. Have a good evening. Altimeter 3006 tower on 119.4, citation 619er. Tower, citation 619er, inbound for ILS approach runway 10.
Citation 619er, good evening. Radar
We'll drop our
contact.
landing gear here.
Continue ILS to runway 10, call when established on final.
Continue ILS to runway 10, will call when established on final, citation 619er.
Try to get established on the runway. Weather update. 15 degrees outside. All clear, otherwise no clouds. And wind is calm at 3 knots. So we'll get into full landing configuration as the plane tries to line us up with the runway. As we come into approach again, and hopefully no one's in our way. Can I fly over Disneyland? I probably can.
Citation 619er, you have traffic at 1 o'clock 9 miles at 1,000 feet.
I probably can go to Disneyland, but I'm not sure if it's built into the game fully yet, you know? Whether you'll see, like, all of the stuff at Disneyland, or whether it'll just be clear. I can always fly over first, and if it is, and then I can show you later what it looks like. So there we are, guys. There's the runway once again, right there in front of us. Trying to get this diamond locked in is gonna, right now we're too high, so we're descending to 2,500 feet. And then we'll go from there. We are in full landing configuration. Flaps are down, landing gear is down.
Citation 619er, you have traffic at 12 o'clock 6 miles at 1,000 feet.
Yeah, and maybe even Disney World. That'd be pretty cool. Doesn't look like we have traffic this time. Just gotta descend a bit faster here. It's gonna be on track. That back is redoing life. Yeah, well, you gotta come in appropriately on the right plane and all on, and the right angle and all that. So to establish all of that, you gotta be at a certain, you know, certain distance away.
Citation 619er, you have traffic at 12 o'clock 2 miles at 1,500 feet.
Ooh, still quite high, so let's try to descend a bit more here. That diamond is always good guiding. There's radar coming from the runway that's telling us exactly where we should be and where we are here. You can see the buildings are getting a lot closer.
Citation 619er, winds are light and variable, cleared to land runway 10.
There we are. We're clear to land once again.
Runway 10, citation 619er.
Turn off the autopilot here. Kind of guide it in ourselves. Still a bit high, but that's okay. Ooh. Too high of an approach here, but that's okay. Those are our minimums. Floating a little bit here, guys. Oh no. Floating a lot. That's okay.
Citation 619er, exit runway when able.
There we go. Got on there eventually. Alright. They said exit runway when able, so we should do that. We just gotta find a way to exit here to our right here. Slow down a bit. Welcome to Baltimore, Washington International, everybody. We'll just kind of guide ourselves off the runway here. And have a good look around. That's Baltimore. Baltimore International. Thanks, guys. Not the smoothest landing. Could have been better. My autopilot gave up on me near the end there, unfortunately. So we're going to put the spoilers back to 0, which we have. We're just going to do our after landing checklist. Speed brakes are off. Flaps can go 0%. The pitot lights come off. Ice protection's off. Radar is off. And the exterior lights. Go to taxi lights there. So now we need to park and turn off the plane. So let's ask ATC to give us taxi to parking here. So we'll just say we're clear.
Active citation 619.
Clear the runway.
Citation 619er, welcome to Baltimore, Washington International. Contact ground on 121.9er. Have a good stay.
Ground on 121.9er, citation 619er.
So I'm going to put in the chart here so we can follow it. The airport info. There it is. That's where we are. Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, now let's ask them for parking. Request taxi to parking.
Citation 619er, request taxi to General Aviation ramp.
Sound is good today. Oh, that's really good. I'm glad I tried to fix it.
Citation 619er,
Here we go.
taxi to General Aviation parking via taxiways Papa,
Papa,
Alpha, Bravo, November, Sierra, Kilo, Quebec, Lima.
jeez.
Hold short runway 15 left, and runway 15 left. Taxi to General
All right,
Aviation
let's bring on the
parking
map
via
here.
Taxiways Papa, Alpha, Bravo, November, Sierra, Kilo, Quebec, Lima. Hold short runway 15 left, and runway 15 left. Citation 619er.
So they want us to go Papa, then Alpha, Bravo, Bravo to November right there, November to Sierra, which is this one right here, Sierra to Kilo, hold short runway 15 left, and Quebec. So right here, GA parking. So we gotta go this way, up through this way, down this way. Oh no, up this way, and then that way. So quite a long taxi here, but that's all right. Yes, I will keep these settings for sure. So to taxi, we will switch our view so we can see a little better. Let's go to this view here. And then turn off our parking brakes, give us a little bit more power, look both ways, and let's get moving. So this is taxiway Papa. Let's have a look on the airport there. Look at all these planes there. In their gates. Gonna slow down a little bit. But yeah, this is the terminal for planes that are carrying passengers. We're more of a cargo plane today. Alright. So we just need to go. I'll go this way.
Citation 619er, clear to cross runway 15 left. Cleared to cross runway 15 left. Citation 619er.
clear to cross the runway when it's time. More people on the ground there, as you can see, and oh, looks like there's bumps on the road here. Make sure there's no one else around. We'll turn off this way. And then we move around this way. All right, this is where we cross runway 15. He already said we're permitted to cross the runway, so we will. Here's runway 15. We'll look both ways. All clear. And then there's GA parking right over there. So we'll just cut through this area here. This is the parking area for general aircraft. We'll just have to find a spot here. That looks good. Maybe be next to this guy over here. Alright, we'll park in this area right here. Park. And stop. Put on the parking brakes themselves. Last thing that we need to do before we shut down is this is the SkyPark app that I was using. So it said what I was using to deliver firefighting equipment. That's the cargo I was carrying. So we gotta drop it off, but first we gotta park and shut down the aircraft. So then what we will do here is shut her down. So all of our lights can come off. The climate control turns off, just like that. And then our engines come off. So engine 1 and engine 2. You can kind of probably see the engines have turned off. And now the deliver button's there, so let's deliver our equipment. Yay! Completed. So we'll do that, and then the engines have turned off, so if you look outside, it's nice and quiet now. You can see we're parked right next to this plane. Those seats look comfortable, yeah. This is a private jet that people use, like a business jet. Oh, look, there's a plane taking off right there. That's really cool. Yeah, the seats are comfortable because this is a private jet, business jet, so CEOs and people like that actually travel in this plane, the CJ4. It's a very thing. So what I'm just going to do here, is there anything that prevents you from shutting things down as you fly? Yeah, so actually, the only safeguard is like the engine button here. There's a little, I don't know if you can see it or not. But yeah, there's a little guard here that guards you from pressing the button. You have to open the guard and then press the button to shut it off. So that's the only thing stopping you really from turning the plane off accidentally. Are there other planes taking off? Real people? Yes. So that one right there, like Monster SD, is an actual user who playing the game. The Skuyus here, SKQ51, is actually a real life plane at Baltimore. So it's a mix of other people playing, and the sim also loads in actual flights that are in real life into the sim as well, so you can interact with a whole bunch of things in the sim. So the last thing we need to do is turn off our battery. As soon as we do that, everything shuts off and the sim turns off as well. So we logged in an hour and 51 minutes of flight time here. And yeah, that is really cool. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for joining me and keeping me company. It was nice talking to you guys. Kept me entertained for sure throughout the flight, and I really appreciate the support as well. So thank you so much, guys. So when there is COVID, is there going to be a lot more planes? Yes. Yeah, there's going to be a lot more planes in the sky as there's actual real planes in the sky. So looking forward to that. More traffic, more things like turning around or going into holding patterns because there's so many planes. That might come into play later on. Anyways, yeah, once again, thanks for dropping by, you guys. Really appreciate the support and the chat, and keeping me company is really cool. So I'm going to end the stream right here. So, yeah, have a good day, you guys. Thank you so much.